Oi there, Captain Eagle, here to have a nice talk with you. Arr! My crew is in the brig resting, preparing for this huge party we're soon to have. The movie we're going to review is about pirates, but not human pirates, animals. The movie is Ice Age Continental Drift. With the fourth movie available, will the Ice Age franchise return to its former glory, or will Blue Sky Studios add this to their collection of pointless Ice Age sequels? Let's dig treasure into it, mateys! The story. Let me tell you the story of this movie. Scrat's continuous pursuit of an infernal acorn has world-changing consequences for Manny, Sid, and Diego when the continent split apart. The Continental crack-up separates Manny and his friends from the rest of the herd, including Manny's mate, Ellie, and rebellious daughter, Peaches. The pals are desperate to return home, but a pirate and his ragtag crew stand in their way. What's my decision about this film? Its plot is thought to be copied off the second movie in the franchise, except that it mostly takes place at sea. Well, I say this film is great. The animation. Let me tell you about how the animals were designed and animated. The Earth's core information screen, seen when Scrat is falling to the center of the Earth, reads Fig 4.1. The inner core is approximately 6,000 kilometers below the Earth's surface and composed primarily of molten lava. It is often drawn in textbooks to look like a floating pinball. Fun fact, it's near 7,000 degrees Celsius down there, so bring your oven mitts. Blue Sky Studios takes no responsibility for the scientific accuracy of the information presented here. Art director Peter DeCeve designed several animals for the movie that never made it to the final cut. Eohippus, a large horse-like animal that the Hyraxes would have ridden, a giant squid, and several prehistoric sharks that would have nearly eaten Granny in the scene in which she takes a bath in the ocean. Initially in production, Captain Gut was designed as a cave bear, but in the end, Peter DeCeve settled on an ape due to the ape's flexibility and 4 hands, which seemed more fitting to have him swinging on the ship's rigging. Squint was designed as having a peg leg and was initially intended to be the leader of the pirates. In her original design, Shira was going to have orange fur like Diego, but was changed because the filmmakers were afraid people wouldn't be able to tell them apart. The characters. Time for your captain to tell you all about the characters. Our heroes, Manny, Sid, and Diego, have been cast out at sea by a Continental crack-up. All 3 have their own problems to begin with. Manny is overprotective of his daughter Peaches by not allowing her to hang out with her peers. Sid's long-lost family found him after years, only for them to abandon him again so that he could take care of Granny, and Diego has developed a crush on Gut's first mate, Shira. Peaches is Manny's teenage daughter who likes hanging out and exploring with her mole-hog friend, Lewis, but has trouble fitting in with her peers and has a crush on one teenage mammoth named Ethan. Then there's Granny Sloth, who is stubborn and loves to play tricks. She unexpectedly joins our heroes on their journey home when she somehow slept in a tree through the storm and tends to annoyingly call for her unseen pet called Precious, who is later revealed to be a whale. Shira is a female Smilodon and Captain Gut's first mate. At first she remains loyal to Gut and has no interest in Diego, but when the gang leave the island on Gut's ship, Diego convinces her to betray her crew and join his side in order to help them escape when she tries to take him down under Gut's orders. She is voiced by Jennifer Lopez, who also voiced Azteca the ant from Ants and Lucy Tushy from Home. And Captain Gut is a Gigantopithecus pirate who is the self-proclaimed master of the seas and the villainous captain of his crew. He seems to be incapable of not having everything his way and will fly into a rage if he is defied or fought against in any way. And over the course of the film, he develops a deep-rooted and obsessive grudge against Manny, a grudge so powerful that Gut eventually resorts to attempting to kill Manny's family in cold blood for no reason but petty revenge. He is voiced by Peter Dinklage, who also voiced Mighty Eagle from the Angry Birds movie.
Now surrender your ship or face my fury.
What, me? No, definitely not, absolutely not. Never seen her before in my life. Who is that? I don't know.
Captain Gut is a Gigantopithecus blackie, a prehistoric gorilla which, based on fossil evidence, may have stood 9.8 feet tall and weighed 1,190 pounds. Raz is probably a Procoptodon, aka short-faced kangaroo, a 7'10" extinct member of the kangaroo family. Here's some information and facts about the movie. The story was originally rumored to involve Manny, Sid, Diego, Ellie, and Scrat frozen solid and accidentally defrosted in a museum in the present day. There are many similarities between this movie and Samuel Taylor Coleridge's The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. In the poem, the mariner's ship is overtaken by a storm and thrown to an unknown place surrounded by icebergs. The same event is seen in the movie too. Manny shouts, "How big is this ocean?" in dissatisfaction in the movie, as their ship was unable to get to a shore. Similarly, in the poem, the sailors on the ship were desperately waiting to get to a shore after their ship was overtaken by a storm. When Sid, Manny, and Diego retreat after the storm, the same situation is created as mentioned in the poem, a painted ship upon a painted ocean. Sid also makes a reference to a line from the poem saying, "Water, water, everywhere, but not a drop to drink," referencing to the line in the poem, "Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink." Jeremy Renner was originally cast in the movie as Captain Gut, but he dropped out due to scheduling conflicts and was replaced by Peter Dinklage. Jason Segel was considered for the role of Lewis. Rihanna was considered for the role of Peaches. Taraji P. Henson was considered for the role of Steffi. George Lopez was considered for the role of Ethan. Rosario Dawson was considered for the role of Shira. Joaquin Phoenix was considered for the role of Captain Gut. Nathan Lane was considered for the role of Squint. Toby Jones was considered for the role of Flynn. Jennifer Hudson was considered for the role of Raz. Dana Carvey was considered for the role of Silas. Though this was the highest grossing animated movie of 2012 worldwide, domestically it fell short of Brave, Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, The Lorax, and Wreck-It Ralph. This is the 16th biggest grossing film of 2012. This film, along with Ice Age: The Meltdown, are the only films of the franchise to not release the same year as a Walt Disney Animation Studios film directed by John Musker and Ron Clements. Ice Age was released the same year as Treasure Planet. Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs released the same year as The Princess and the Frog, and Ice Age Collision Course released the same year as Moana. This is the third movie in the Ice Age franchise to gross more money than a Pixar movie that opened the same year. In this case, this movie grossed $877.2 million, while Brave grossed $540.4 million. The first time was Ice Age The Meltdown, which grossed $660.9 million, while Cars grossed $462.2 million, and the second time was Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, which grossed $886.7 million, while Up grossed $735.1 million. Ice Age grossed $383.3 million, but a Pixar movie wasn't released in 2002. And that's the end. Now I have to get my crew ready for our big party and dig for treasure on a nearby island. This is where the captain bids you farewell. Arr!